Okay, we lit it just like a fuse, so no need to pick and choose. Welcome to 2020, where we do more than interviews. The hottest be coming through, dropping knowledge on all of you. Get a pick up the front of you with the truth that they offer you. Yeah, hands up, we doing it for the culture. To give artists and businesses more exposure. Keep it real and stay solid just like a boulder. It's about to go all the way down, can't get no lower. Chasing my dreams, know that they get no slower. But if I stay running, I promise they getting closer. Moreover, success my older. And if you're sleeping on me, I'm waking them up like Folgers. I told you, coming from the land with the tide roll. Well, we'll be on a whole different vibe though. We like to ride slow and keep our windows tinted so you really can see us like Stevie Wonder waking up with his eyes closed. Yeah, got the kind of flow that rock the boat. On my 16s of pounds of dough. And if you figure you can hang with me on the mic, then grab some rope. Matter of fact, better grab some hope. While you at it, we keep it live, it's time to tune in. Turn up the sound on what you're using. It goes so hard, I think it's bruising. The show is 2020, no need to zoom in. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sir, of the 2020 Podcast LLC. Please say the LLC. See, you already know.
I already know. I know what it is.
That's what I'm talking
that
about.
That song was hot, too.
Hey, appreciate that. My boy, Jay Haynes. I sent him the beat. I said, yo, I need an intro. He was like, I got you.
Man, he had you.
he ripped it. He ripped it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So, that being said, thank you for another joining of a live business minute with your boy, Sir. And today we got the special guest, Miss LaKey is in the building today. How you doing?
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Girl, of course.
I know it's been a long time coming. We know.
Yo, look, I was just telling people.
I'm here.
I was telling people that we were supposed to do this interview last year, but with how crazy things was, schedules.
I had a crazy end of the year, but this year I'm back on track. We back with it.
Man, that's what I like to hear. I'm glad to hear change for the better. I'm really proud of you and what we've been seeing, and we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But first, there's a couple things we got to go over. Miss LaKey, if anybody was to say, LaKey, what is it that you do? What would you tell them?
Well, it depends on who asking. I do a lot of things. The main thing I do, I always introduce myself as a vocalist. I've kind of grown into like, I used to not think that was a job. I guess you could say. I just used to think it was a talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can sing, but it started becoming a job when like things got a little serious. I started dropping a few projects and people were like, yeah. So I was like, now it's changed. I introduced myself as a vocalist, and I make jewelry. I'm a jewelry maker. I make holistic jewelry.
Okay. Hey, look, we like that. We like to buy stuff now. We at the 2020 Podcast, we are some consumers now. So
yes.
we'll definitely get you to plug that, before we get up out of here. So, but I want to touch on you being a vocalist. So how long have you been a vocalist? How long have you been singing? How long has this been?
Oh, well, from what I hear stories of me singing as long as I was 2. That's what I hear. Wow. But as long as I can remember, about 3rd grade. I've been singing since the 3rd grade.
The 3rd grade? What were you singing in the 3rd grade?
I do, just little stuff. I used to actually having a session. I think I saw that. I know I was young. I forgot what movie it was. The dun 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 dun. What movie was that? Soul Food? What was that? I had no business
I ain't mad at you.
But when I heard that song, I used to make up. I remember as young as that, making up lyrics to that song.
Oh, that's cool.
But that was a Tupac song. I didn't even know it until like I grew older. And I was like, dang, it's the reason why I like that beat. But yeah, music has always been a part of me. I was in high school, I was in marching band. So I play a few instruments. I dropped my clarinet, but I plan to pick it back up. That was my main instrument. I marched with tuba. I know.
You played the tuba?
I was a tuba girl. I was the only girl on the tuba line at Baker. So
where did you go to high school?
Baker.
Oh, you went
Baker
to
High
Baker.
School.
We used to beat y'all in football, but I ain't gonna
I
talk about
know our football team sucked, bro. What high school you went to?
that. Don't get me talking out loud, but I went to theater.
Well, you can't talk about nobody.
I can't.
You can't talk about nobody.
I can't.
But y'all football team was better than Baker's. Yeah. Everybody's football team. It's so crazy. The year after I left high school, that's when they went on a winning streak. But the whole time I was there, bro, it sucked so bad to know that you was finna lose. You just knew it. It was an automatic. And then I was a part of the band. And then don't let us play Blunt or LaFleur. Oh my God. Or Viger. Oh my God. Bro, put us to shame.
Man, they might as well
be
be
wanting to hide.
HBCUs.
I'd be like, I went to Baker.
Hell no. Okay, so let's go back in time. You mentioned, since third grade you've been singing. That's kind of one of those talents that people are shy about. So like, what inspired you to kind of get out and do it in the open?
Well, I was very, very shy. I actually probably knocked myself out of a lot of opportunities because it did take me a long time I'm still shy. Like, I never got over it. I never, even in the Higher Place video, when I showed a little bit of my ass cheeks, I wasn't
gonna talk about it yet.
Yeah, I never got out of the shy part. But I can say that I broke out of it. I had won the talent show. It was a talent show that we had. And at Baker, and I was like, and I wasn't gonna do the talent show, but something dawned on me and was like, just do it, girl. Even though your nerves is bad, just do it. And that was the first time that I actually like broadcast my singing, kind of like broadcast it. And I ended up winning the talent show, which was very shocking. But that made me that was an inspiration to me. Like, maybe I need to sing more, just a little bit more. And so I started posting like, I got plenty of at-home videos where I'm just sitting and just singing and just, doing my natural thing. But yeah, it became really serious these past few years. It became like a serious thing for me. And I was like, you know what? Got to take this a step further. So,
I'm glad you mentioned that because I've seen, your post. I follow you as a friend and an artist. I follow
really?
you.
Thank you. Because I say some crazy stuff sometimes.
It'd be hilarious though. So I like people who can make me laugh.
Shit sometimes. So
man, you be on it. But I remember recently I saw that you were booked for the fair. This past year, and I was like, "Whoa, that was wild.
Major. That came out the blue. That came. Yeah, that shocked me too. I'm still in awe. I'm still blown that they wanted me. Like, I had got a call. I had got an Instagram message, and I believe her name is Ayla. I don't want to say it wrong. Ayla Goodson. Shout out to her and Ariel. And Ariel with the beat.
Okay.
Those ladies right there, they put like Ariel. It was started with Ariel McSwain first. It was her. She reached out to me and she loved when because Higher Place was my first like serious project. And Higher Place, I was really nervous about Higher Place. I had actually wrote Higher Place like 2-3 years prior to me dropping it. I have a really bad habit of writing music and recording songs and just leaving them in my phone. And so this was just a song that I was just like, oh, it was just bothering me for it to sit in my phone. So I was like, let me put together a music video. Let me try this artistry, try to see what that's about. And I got a great response from it. And that led me to the fairgrounds. They were looking for local talent. And so I was so glad I was one of the people that they contacted. And that was a great opportunity that I didn't think that I was going to pull through. I'm very nervous. I'm still very shy. I'm still very, because things are unexpected. I was a wedding singer. And so I've had things happen on stage. And so I'm just like, you know, you go hit the note and the note don't really come out how it's supposed to.
Oh,
You know, I've had some embarrassing moments falling on stage.
you fell on
So I was
stage?
like, the fair, and you know, the fair, it was like pressure's up because I'm the only one on stage. At least with the wedding band, I had 2 other singers, but we got through and they called me back again. So I was there last year. So for 2 years now, I've been performing at the fair, and it's great. It's amazing.
That's hilarious. And we're gonna come back to you falling because we just ain't gonna skip over that. But
Yeah, let's skip over that.
right.
It
So
happened though.
hilarious. So doing these type of gigs in your hometown, you know, after being shy is a milestone. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to turn that view a little bit. Were
Okay.
there any kind of experiences that you saw as obstacles? And like, how did you navigate around those obstacles?
Obstacles, baby. That's all LaKey was hitting
Hmm.
for a long time, long time. I've been a mother. I've been a mother since I was 18. So as soon as I graduated, I mean, I was just doing the do, and then next thing you know, it's a baby in my belly.
Right.
And so very unexpected. You know, I was very much a child, 18, 19. You don't know what the hell is going on with life. You think you know, but you know, you think because you're 18, you're a grown up and you're grown and you can make your own decisions. I didn't realize how much of child I was. So I was a child
Mm.
having a child. So, and I became a single parent shortly after. And I was married and now I'm divorced. So you can guess the obstacles there.
All
I
right.
had I've had a lot of things happen that stopped me meeting shady people. I just made a post today about just like being an independent artist is really hard. You know, it's really, really, really difficult because it's not like you have a team of folks just, you know, guiding you and letting you know what's right and what's wrong. It's usually, you know, when I meet people, definitely in the music industry, I have to pray that they're a good person. And
Mm.
so I pretty much, you know, I ran into a lot of shady folks and a lot of shady business, but I am grateful for it because all of that is just part of the growth. You know, I could only imagine getting to where I need to be and not having a story to tell. You know, how boring is
Ooh,
that? Like, how
that's true.
boring. That's how I feel about it. I went through certain situations so I can help the next person. And
Exactly.
but yeah, like I'm not gonna go into too far details, but I met so many obstacles. I was even homeless at one point. I had given my kids up. Not many people know that. I had given my kids up for a second to get because I had been a single parent for so long. I have 2 kids, by the way.
All
And
right.
so being a single parent is tough. And so I found myself giving them like just giving up on life, not even up on them, just literally like there was a phase where I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to create. I've had, you know, artists are very dark.
Yes.
So, and that's crazy. So, Higher Place, that's actually a song about the depression that I was dealing with during that time. That was just a way I could express myself. Because I was really like, yeah, I later found out that I was dealing with depression, like clinical depression. I don't claim that. I feel like depression is something we create.
Mm.
Just because of my own experience with depression and anxiety. So that was the biggest obstacle I would have to say is knowing I knew something wasn't right. You get what I'm saying? When your
Yeah.
thoughts aren't your thoughts. You know, I'm normally a happy-go-lucky person. I'm normally a very positive person. But when I find myself thinking on negative things and not caring about my well-being, that's a sickness, you know? And it's a difference, you know, between there's regular depression and there's the depression that's really bad, you know, the severe depression. And so I find myself dealing with that. But I am here to say, um, I was pulled out of that dark place. I found my spirituality and I just got into my crystals, my herbs, my healing.
All right.
Like I had to reprogram myself and it's like you go through life just going through life and not realizing you picked up all this anger and hurt and pain, because there's a lot of stuff that we hold on to even as a child. You don't realize how much your childhood traumas have affected you.
Ooh,
And
preach.
yeah, that
Preach.
like, so it's like I had to revisit, and I still, it's every day. I'm still a worker, I'm still working on it. I'm still prayerful about it. But yeah, I had hit a really dark moment, and I'm so glad. I'm here to say I got my babies back. I
All
would
right.
never do that again. I don't know what I was thinking, but I knew it wasn't me thinking, it was just me. Like I said, depression is something we create, because I feel like your mind is so powerful. And like once you realize how powerful your mind really is and the power that you possess, you literally, there's nothing that can stop you. And that's just real talk. The only person that can stop you is you. And so that's really what I'm learning. And yeah, because I used to want to blame other people for why I'm not this, or you look to other people, but you got to look within a lot. You got to every single day, like every single day, I'm still finding stuff out about myself, because we are such intricate beings. So yeah, that's I guess that would be, I know that was a long-winded answer. But you said obstacles, and I'm like, man, I've been dropping hurdles, pile of rocks there. I done fell in the mud.
Hey.
I've been dirty.
But that's what we want. Too many times we hear an inspirational story and it's all the glitz, the glam, and they skim over the hard parts.
Yes.
So I appreciate you honestly for telling the truth here, because here at 2020, that's what we own. We are on transparency. That is our favorite.
It. That's the only way I know how to be.
Because just like you said, with all you went through and with you sharing that, there's someone who probably felt or are in the same position you were in. So you're just showing them that this is something you can't conquer. So
yes,
kudos
you
to
can
you.
Overcome it. It's really a mind thing. I say all the time, we create positivity. These are things we create with our mind. And the situation, is never always, see, life is up and down. I'm realizing that too. So life is just, like a seesaw. You're never going to be up all the time, but you don't want to be down all the time either. So I just encourage anyone dealing with depression, find your balance. Feel the depression, feel it, but just don't dwell in it. You know what I'm saying? It's all right to be depressed, because that's a natural thing. It's all right to be sad because of a certain situation. It's okay, because hell, it's just okay to be that way, but just don't dwell in it. Pull yourself out, When you can pull yourself out of a dark place, like, I commend you. Anybody, everybody, pull yourself out. Just pull it.
All right. So I want to lean into another question, more along you personally, because you're not just a vocalist, you're a mom. You have a job. You wear many hats. Yep. So let me ask you this, and I love to ask my creatives this question because everybody answers this differently. How do you balance work, your craft, and your personal life?
Oh, how do? Why you hit me with that?
Cause hey, we want to know.
But I'm trying to balance.
Tell the truth.
Let's see, how do I balance it? Because sometimes, look, you caught me on a good day. Because sometimes it don't be getting balanced. Sometimes I just be like, forget it. You know what? Today I'm gonna lay in the bed because I'm not dealing with none of this crap today. But I can say, but that's actually how I deal with it. Some days some days I feel like balance, like what you said, it's a balance of life. Like, so I can't spend too much time being a mom, because I did that for a long time. Okay, I love my kids. They are now 10 and 7. So I have some, I consider myself a veteran mom. Once you hit 10 years, that's a whole decade I've been a mom. So what I say is you gotta care about you first. That's the main thing. And what you want. And how you, and for real, you got to focus on your wants and your needs, what you want as an individual. Because if you forget about yourself, I'm gonna be real. I don't work 9 to 5s. I don't. I know I can't keep a 9 to 5. I try. So I was forced to find like self-employment options just because of that. Like, because I'm very, very firm on, life is short. Life is too short for you to be unhappy. So if that 9 to 5 is making you unhappy, no matter how much money you're getting, like, it's not worth it. You got to find a work balance. You got to find a work life, mom, all that stuff. You got to find time for you, and you have to take care of yourself and not forget what you want. Because all the times we go to this job and we fulfill their needs. We come home to the kids, fulfill their needs, come home to our significant other, which I'm single, by the way, but we come home to our significant other, and you still got needs that need to be met. You have needs and wants yourself. So I say, I don't forget about those. I always keep myself in mind. I guess you could say I'm a little selfish. That's how I balance that out. But it's okay to be selfish.
Right.
Because if I'm not nobody for myself, I can't be nothing for y'all. I can't be nothing for nobody.
That's true.
So
that's 1,000,000% true. My uncle used to say, when you're being selfish, that means you're just doing ish for yourself. That's it. Period. All right.
That's it. What's wrong with that?
All right. So my next question. Now, earlier I asked about the obstacles. We talked about the hard times, but let's look at the good times. So has there been a moment so far, in your career as a vocalist, that you would say has been the most memorable? What has been your favorite memory so far in singing?
Well, definitely, literally every time I touch the stage or anytime I drop a music video or a song, like that in itself, it took so much for me to get here. And it's like, dang, man, I'm really doing this. Like, I just dropped Grind Slow like on the 5th, and it just feels good. That was a great moment. I brought the new year in it was basically the city of Biloxi, Mississippi, at their New Year's ball. So that was a big deal for me too. And so that right there within itself, when I have moments like that, I stop and I'm very grateful, and I give everything up to my God, because I'm like, man, if y'all would have seen me 2-3 years ago, hell, last year, like, it's just so much better. So anytime I'm able to do that, that makes me happy. One of the happiest moments I've ever had was my first drop in Higher Place, and the response that I got from that, because that was, I have to say, out of all my songs, Higher Place is the realest that I wrote, and it was like me kind of putting my heart out, and for it to be reciprocated and people feel the same way I feel, that was an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And that song, and it's so crazy. People hit me up today and still, like, it gets streamed every day, and I'm appreciative of that. That's one thing that makes me smile. I'm smiling now because I'm just like, it's dope, So that's a great feeling.
And I completely understand what you mean. It's the validation that someone understands or enjoys something that you took pleasure in. Is sharing a part of you and your creativity, and someone is receptive of it. So I get it 1,000,000%. Anytime I see somebody tune in like they're tuning in now, or I see somebody downloads an episode that we publish, I get elated. I
you
get
need
excited.
to. You're doing awesome. By the way, I'm going to take this moment to commend you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, my next question is kind of the inverse of the one I just asked, because for every high, there's a low.
Yes. Balance.
So at any point in time, did you feel that you wouldn't be successful as a vocalist? And if so, who or what changed your mind?
I'm gonna be real, Jeremy. I'm real as hell. I
Talk your
can't
shit.
fake nothing. I still
Talk your shit.
look. I still have my moments where I'm just like, man, because man, these bitches be singing these days. These bitches, man, dog, man, you know it, you
Yeah.
man. And then I mean, they be singing. They don't be singing. They be singing. They be singing. And so it gets real. I be looking at the competition, and I'm like, and I don't want to do certain things. You know, I could twerk a little more. You know, I could show my ass, but it ain't me. So I'm just like, let me just stick to myself. So sometimes I still have those thoughts. Like, am I going to be successful? Am I going to be this? Am I? But I'm going to tell you, every time somebody shares my stuff, that right there knocks that thought.
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody hits share, every time I get a message in my inbox, I love your music. I love what you're doing. Anytime I get interviewed for, you know, the 2020 pot, anytime, I'm just like, that right there, that I'm still working on myself because I am human.
There you
But
go.
when I tell you, that knocks all that.
You know, I love that. I love that we can be transparent about those dark moments when we aren't sure, and we can be transparent when we're like,
because
you
we
know what?
don't know the future. Because all the time I have to really, like, sometimes I really pray. I pray over my career. Because sometimes, you know, I feel like I've invested so much time, because that's when the guilt trip, the bad thoughts come. Because I'm like, I invested so much time in this, and I don't want it to be in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put my heart in this. I put my money in it, resources that I don't have. You know, I put my last. And I'm like, I just want to be successful. And and it's still in the, you know, it's still up in the air. Because I'm going to be real, Jeremy. I don't like the music industry. I don't. I like making music and I like releasing it, but I don't like the industry. Let's say that.
I respect it. I respect it because I've seen over the years what music industries tend to do to artists.
Yes.
And to take, I already feel a way about artists. You know, I feel really close to them. And to see someone take advantage of them and wring them out for profit does something to me. Makes my ass itch, as the old folks say.
Yes, it's tough. You know, you see it. It's too many. And I'm just like, that's the only thing. Like, that's why I kind of pray over my career, is because not everybody wants the big fame. You know what I'm saying? There's people who actually have a passion for music. And I think sometimes, a lot of times, like, some people forget about the music, the actual the music. What is your contribution to the music industry? So with me, I always make music. I always make music that I feel like. Literally every song that I ever released is something that I felt that day, or like that moment. That song is about a real moment, you know?
Yeah.
So except for Grind Slow. Grind Slow, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting a little freaky. I did put myself in a little freaky, you know, thought. It's like, let me write a freaky song, because I've never wrote a sexy song. So I was like, I want to write a really, really sexy, but I don't want it to be slutty. I want it to be sexy. You know, I wanted to balance it out. And so, yeah, and that's how Grind Slow came apart. That's like the only song that I had that's like, you know, okay, I wrote that just writing it. But everything else is heartfelt, stuff I've been through. And so, yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun to create what you feel.
Side note, isn't it dope? Like, just kind of absorb what you just said. I don't even make like sensual music, but I made this one song and people are sharing it. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, you stepped outside the box to create this thing you don't normally do, and people still fuck with it.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was big amazing. It's big amazing because I was really nervous. Like, I'm very it's so crazy because in real life I'm really loud and kind of rambunctious. I'm a Taurus, so I'm kind of but on social media I try to like tone it down. See, I be trying not let people see the other side. And so, you know, it's so crazy. I just, you know, I'm nervous. I'm nervous when I open up that side. But when it's reciprocated, like you said, I just feel great about it. It's just a great feeling. It's a really great feeling. Makes me smile.
Awesome. And that's what we need nowadays more than ever. So, LaKey, my next question is my infamous question. Now, it's not a bad infamous question.
You got some good questions now.
Right. It's one of them questions that kind of pokes your brain to see how far in the future you've been thinking.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. Where would you like to see yourself as a vocalist, as a mom, as an entrepreneur in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years, and then in the next 10 years? So in the next 1, 3, and 10 years, where would you like to see LaKey?
All right. So this year, so the first year, year 1, I'm hoping this is the beginning of the year. Now, I'm kind of going to go back a little bit just because it's very likely. Okay. But in a year, I'm going to say this. I really want to be able, I really hoping and praying that I can open up for Erykah Badu one day. I know that's a big thing, but I'm in her hometown. I live in Dallas now. So, and I saw that lady the first week I got here. That lady was riding in her Lambo. That was a sign. I saw her. I saw that lady. I was like, that was a sign right there. So the fact that I just say in a year, hopefully I'll be opening up for a big name artist. It don't have to be Erykah Badu. It can be a big name artist. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to tell you, this is gonna be off subject, but it might be a fun fact. Ari Lennox blocked me.
Hi, wait a minute. You can't be having Bay block you now.
Bay blocked me.
Having Bay block you.
She did. We'll get to that later.
Oh my God.
I know. Like, it's the strangest crap. Like, how did I get blocked by like a famous person? I don't know. But okay, but I'll tell y'all later. But anyway, okay, so the next 3, I'm a little crazy. Look, Jeremy, I'm a little crazy. Just a little.
It's all good. We all are.
But that's in the next year. I want to be opening for a big name artist. Hopefully Ari Lennox will take me off block and maybe I can open up for her. or Janae Aiko, somebody to that effect. 3 years, I want to be a homeowner. Hopefully in the next 3 years, I'm looking to own a home because I'm tired of these apartments.
Renton is ghetto.
Tired of their ass.
Renton is very ghetto.
Yeah, like they ripping me off. You know what I'm saying? I could get a house. But anyway, that's what I'm hoping I do in 3 years. I'm hoping in 3 years that I have a successful jewelry business as well. I'm putting more energy into my jewelry business because I didn't realize I was that good. Like that was just something that I discovered over COVID, you know, sitting at home and like I needed some waist beads. And so I was like, dang, I need some waist beads. And then I just started making them. And then next thing you know, I'm making bracelets, necklace, waist beads, all that. So I'm just like, so hopefully I'm hoping that business takes me where I need to go. And then 10 years.
10.
So this year I'll be 30. So I guess I'll be 40 in 10 years. Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
40. Don't do that. But in 10 years, hopefully I can be established enough to where I can have artists of my own, where I can coach and develop. Hopefully my nonprofit in the next 10 years, I have a nonprofit organization too. I'd be forgetting about that. I know.
That's kind of big.
Yeah, hopefully that nonprofit will be kind of soaring and going. The mission for the nonprofit, by the way, it's called the Revolutionary Inc. It's a 501c3, and basically what we do is we cater to people that's dealing with racism, like the hood, basically anything that helps the hood out. As far as educational services, feeding the homeless events. Literally, I wanted to do, this is the vision for my nonprofit right now. It's just to build the hood but to build every hood, because it makes no sense for it not to be built up. We living in West Mobile, you know how the West Side is, and then you go into Pritchard and it's like barely any businesses, barely any, but that's every hood everywhere. So really, that's what the Revolutionary Inc. is geared towards, is helping build the hood any way possible. Drug addiction programs, because a lot of people are drug addicted. Just anywhere we can help the hood, just help the hood. Be one for the people and people affected by racial, injustices and things like that. I even want to have hopefully the bigger plan is to have even like people wrongfully convicted, have lawyer programs that they could get involved in, and that will pay for legal fees, things like that. So that's the big goal. That's the major goal. That's what I'm hoping my music leads me to, is my nonprofit. I guess you can say my music is a gateway to my nonprofit. So in 10 years, hopefully this girl will be a homeowner, a successful singer. My nonprofit and jewelry business will be booming, and I can just, focus on that.
I love that. I love that was a nice variety of service, of giving back, and of expression. So the fact that you hit all of those within that time frame shows me where your mind is, and I really hope you see these things through.
Thank you.
I really hope you manifest these things, because one thing that and I saw in the comment, Paul said it best, and I'm gonna put it in the screen. Paul said, "Speak it, don't hope it, know it." So that's how you manifest. So if you're going to do it, you gotta,
I'm working
you gotta
on
say
it. I'm working on it. Your tongue is powerful too. Indeed. So speak life. Yeah.
Indeed.
Tongue is very powerful.
Okay. Well, LaKey, honestly, this is my final question.
Okay.
And it's my favorite, because I dedicate this to everybody watching, everybody listening, or everybody who's half paying attention about to fall asleep because they had to take something for their headache. I know that was oddly specific, but that was me last week. But
no, it's not.
My final question is this: what words of encouragement would you have for someone who has an idea, but they are afraid to pursue it?
Oh, fear is not of God. That's what I would say. Fear will have you missing out on all your blessings. So I say, if you're fearful, and because I was fearful, it's scary. Sometimes people ask for success but don't realize what comes with it. It's a lot that comes with with success. So I would say fear is not of God. And I feel like you should definitely like, don't act in fear. Even if you are fearful, just if you know that it's something that you've dwelled on, you just pray for protection and you do it.
I heard.
Because one thing about it, we are our biggest enemies. We are our biggest enemies. And basically, we'll blame everybody but ourselves. But it's time to take ownership. And it's time to not be scared. It is 2022. And your ancestors wasn't scared. Yeah, I'm telling you, they fought for us to have this opportunity to do what we can and do what, be the best that we can be. So that's what I say to anyone fearful. Don't do that. Get out of that fear. It's all right. You never know until you try it.
I love it. I love it.
And if it don't work, when you try it and it don't work, that's okay. Don't let it stop you from doing it again.
Right.
Right.
You just found a way and an opportunity to go at it again if you fail. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. LaKey, let's talk about your projects. If anybody wanted to follow your music or get a little sip of this little sensual song you created, where could they find it?
So it's available on all the streaming platforms. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music. I think I say it wrong. Tidal.
It's tidal, like a tidal wave.
Okay. Oh yeah, like a tidal wave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I got you.
Tidal. Oh, and YouTube. You can go on YouTube. Just enter in LaKey, the Soul Child, or you can go on my page. Man, Facebook will not let me be great, so it's my whole government name on Facebook. So if y'all want to look me up on Facebook, it's LaKeithia. It's LaKeithia Smith. That's my whole government. I be like, dang, man, they won't let me change it. But that's my Facebook, and Instagram is LaKey, LaKey, the number 2, and the THA soul.
That is
Key to the soul.
Yo, LaKey, this has been the most interesting interview I've had in a long time.
Is it really?
Yes, and I've been waiting.
I censored a lot of stuff.
Really, I am disappointed then because I wanted you raw.
I censored a lot. I try to be on my best behavior when I get on my interviews.
Not on this platform. Not on.
I'm telling you, that's how I got blocked by Ari Lennox, man.
What did you say to Ari? What did you say to Ari?
Man, I'll tell you, man, dog. Ever since Ari Lennox, first off, ever since she came out, I've been doing nothing but singing her videos, just sending her positive things. Like, I'm watching you, girl. Keep going. Like, I love it. Then she started acting funny when she deleted her Instagram and she came back and she was following 0 people. But that wasn't the problem, right? I was just messaging her. I kept messaging her, just, I can write you a song, girl. Like, because we got the same type of vibe. I was like, I can, we can do some things. So I got tired of her, like, ignoring me. I'm petty. Look, I'm petty as fuck. This was last year sometime. I'm petty as hell, right? So I was like, girl, you see these messages. I said, ever since you went mainstream, that's why I don't like you now, because you went mainstream. And she saw it. She seen it and blocked me. How, Ari? How? How you saw that? All those good messages I sent. I sent nothing but good things. And the one bad thing I say, I get blocked. My feelings was hurt.
Bruh.
I'm still gonna listen to her music though.
There you go. Me too. I'm not.
She's still dope as hell. But I was like, really? Really, Ari Lennox?
Damn.
I mean, I know I'm petty, but she showed me her petty.
But she saw it though. You can say she saw it.
She saw it.
A lot of people can't say
but hey, a lot of people, I said at least she saw it. I said, hey, at least I got her attention.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? She gonna unblock you.
Did. But I mean, I hate it was the negative that she saw. She didn't see the positive. But I was like, it's okay. I still love her. I'm still gonna stream her. I still gonna listen to her. But yeah, that's the cool, funny story on how LaKey got blocked by Ari Lennox.
Oh, that was a great bonus. I'm gonna cut this here.
Okay.
Oh, and LaKey, thank you again so much. Let me give you your flowers.
Thank you for having me.
Talented.
Thank you for having me. You. And thank everyone who was watching. I appreciate it. I gotta share the live. I haven't been able to share it I should have shared it before I got on here, but I'll share it.
It's all good. As soon as we end in just a second, you'll be able to do so. Make sure all your people see it. Make sure everybody follow. And y'all know who I am. I am Sir of the 2020 Podcast LLC. Please say the LLC. And with that being said, this has been me. This has been LaKey. And we are out.